I'm trying to make it so we're not backwards today. Huzzah. I don't know why I keep saying that. I heard it on a movie. Alright. We also need to get it up so that I can talk to you all. Very relevant. Keep my silence on. Oh, I have to keep verifying I am myself. Do you know how frustrating that is? The internet does not love me like it should. Alright. Oh, come on. I have to prove I am myself on my computer. Maybe they did an update or something. I don't know. But, right, so in the meantime, while that's doing whatever it's doing, because I can't see anybody's anything yet, we have black cheap satin. And when I say cheap, I'm like, the cheapest one that exists is what I went with, because it is just a lining so that the mesh is not see-through. It didn't, like, you can use more expensive stuff, but it did not, it won't affect it. So I didn't bother. I don't regret that. And then I got some really soft netting or tulle or whatever it is, but it's like a soft, gentle one because I didn't want a scratchy tutu, and I'm not aiming for like a childish tutu. I wanted something better. Okay. So I have done, let everybody know I'm live. I'm also doing just an elastic waist for lots of reasons, but mainly because if I overeat, I don't want it to get too tight, so the elastic will obviously stretch quite a lot. It is, pretty sure it's a braided elastic, or like a miniature ribbed, I don't know. But it was nice and soft. It's also not too thick. I think it's about 3/4 of an inch or 20 mil, just looking at it. Yeah, look at that. It's like I can eyeball things now. Go me. Oh, here we go. I can see everybody's comments now. That's amazing. I love that you're being sneaky, Amanda. Welcome. Okay, so with that being said, this is going to be the world's easiest tutu. I'm not overdoing anything. I also found black thread, which is why I'm on at my normal time. It was somewhere where it shouldn't be, but that's okay. So, this is my piece of satin. Isn't it beautiful? I've also got the overlocker. It is now working. It is back. I didn't have enough black, so I've gone with navy blue, and then the black are the big loopers, because apparently I just don't have enough. So, basically, I don't need this to be super big, but if I wanted to, I do want to gather it up a bit because it'll give a bit of flare. I was going to do a circle skirt. But I discussed it and we all decided, I say we, me and the lady that was cutting my fabric at Spotlight decided that that's probably a waste and I couldn't be bothered. I also got my hair done yesterday, that's why there was no video, and it's amazing. I have the best hairdresser ever. Because I wanted to look pretty for my birthday. I've also started setting up my birthday table this morning to see what else I need. The answer is more trays. So this is, we have 3 meters of netting, I'm pretty sure. I think we went with 3. We went with lots because I want it a bit floofy. We've met me. I need to be a little bit extreme. And the reason I'm doing a skirt and not a dress is because then I can wear the skirt with like this kind of a shirt and be casual. I feel like I'll get more use out of a skirt. So the first thing I'm going to do, which is very boring to watch, I am aware, we're going to cut off the selvage edge because it's ugly. There's no other reason for it. It's just ugly and I don't want it there. Also, my table is not like flat, it's textured, which is great and all, but really hard to like cut things on. So I've got a few options for the top. I have an off-the-shoulder black top. So for those that don't know, it is my birthday on Saturday, but we're having a party on Friday at my house, and I have themed it black and silver. So my hairdresser just so happened to have a crown, so I will be wearing like a crown, or my really cool dragon skull thing. We're undecided. It will depend on the vibe that the top gives with the skirt. So I have an off-the-shoulder top. I have like a corsety bra that's very lacy and could look quite cute with it. I have a V-neck top. And I think I've got another black top there. So I haven't decided. I figure I will try them on, send photos to my bestie, and she can help me pick. But first, the skirt. This is going to take ages. I could have done it off camera, but where's the fun in that? Dragon skull, see? Yeah. I saw it this morning, I'm like, it's black, it matches. Yeah, childish like that, it's fine. Now, to cut the best way, you actually put your scissors leaning on the bench. This is going to take forever, however. I also have to still do this on the other side. You could lay it down on like a rotary cutter if you wanted to. I'm inside, there's not one here. The dragon skull is very me. I set up my table, it's just off camera. It looks amazing. So because the theme is black and silver, I got some black fabric to be a tablecloth, and then I got some very cool black and silver stretchy fabric to be like a table runner. And for Halloween last year, they had mirror ball pumpkins. So I bought packs of 3 for 50 cents on clearance. So I've got just random silver sparkly disco pumpkins, just because they sparkle. And then all the trays I've been making. And I went and bought a second holder of jewelry. So one is all silver and one is all gold. And I've basically split the table in half for silver and gold, because people like what they like. And for those that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I am having a charm bar party for my birthday. When I decided to do this, my husband was going to be outfield. He is now going to be here, which is fine. So I've bought hats so that we can make patches for hats. And I've got cufflinks for guys, and I got some Zippo lighters. I don't know if you all know what a Zippo lighter is, but it's like a click open lighter. Here they are here. I bought blank knockoffs, right? So you flick it open and then you do that. Very cool. So we're going to laser engrave those as well, for those that want them. All the things. Also, I might need a second table because I'm looking at it now. It's already very full. I know I need to make more trays because I still have 600 more charms, which is that many. That is 600 charms for anyone that's interested. So they need like a nice tray or two to go in. Am I excessive? Yes, I am. And this is taking forever. But once this is done, we should be alright. So I don't want the skirt as a mini skirt, and I want it just above the knee, I think. I don't want it to the floor. I have seen them, they are fabulous. But I feel like I'd get more use out of a just above the knee length skirt. I would wear it down the street. Am I crazy? Probably, but it would make me happy to do so. Once this is off, the rest of it should go pretty quickly. But I didn't want to do like a 10-minute video, that's no fun. The type of skirt I'm making should be really, really fast. But I'm going to gather the skirt. We're going to have a waistband because that'll be pretty. And that's where we will conceal the elastic. So the other option I had was I could have got a wider decorative elastic and then sewed everything to the bottom edge of it. But I decided to tuck it in because I think it'd be cool. So with that done, hello! My birthday's on Saturday. My party's on Friday. It's my child's birthday today. He had Cheetos for breakfast because that's what he wanted. Personally, me, oh, stop it. That's my air conditioner doing that. Personally, I don't love working with satin. I find it a pain in the butt. But I figured it would be the prettiest thing to put underneath because it's shiny. And then we'll cut off the other side. It's basically a lot of cutting salvage edges today. Because the overlocking, we could probably overlock this together all by itself. This actually probably doesn't need all that much plain sewing. You can make most of this on the overlocker. I will be tucking up the bottom edge so that it's not an overlocked edge, but when you buy like cheaper versions, that's absolutely what they do. So firstly what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. And that is literally the length. So I want it pretty much, I want a high waist. I like high-waisted things. So that'll be there. And it comes like that much above my knee. So now I just need to cut this in half. This is my very fancy, very professional way of cutting things. Judge me all you want. Why am I doing it this way? Well, for lots of reasons. I think I need to turn the air conditioner off or down or something. It's very windy in here. Or just put the laptop on it. See? There you go. The Adventures of Luna, the Bernedoodle. That's fun. Now sometimes you can get the scissors to just cruise along. Apparently that's not for me today. Lucky me, I guess. Ooh, look at that. Sharp scissors are the way of the future. Now, is that going to be way too much fabric? I mean, maybe, but it's also going to make it a bit floofy. So we're going to do it anyway. I'm just thinking, I need a waistband. Did not think that through at all, did I? It's me, Sandra, your package pal. I know it's you, Sandra. You said that before. I'm just reading what your new name is, because you are no longer the other one. Alright. I'm just thinking about the waistband. You want to fold it over, so it needs to be double this and a bit. So 1, 2, and a bit. And if I cut that there, how short is that going to make it? Nah, still fine. Because, oh, it's so thick. These scissors are not designed for layers. That's why they are not my vinyl scissors, as much as I love them. It's fine. This is what happens when you don't have a pattern. You just wing it a little bit. It will honestly be fine. I'm not even worried. So what I'm going to do now is make this one the same length as the other one. So we're going to fold it like I did the other one. Right. Put this on top, like so, and then cut them so they're even. And this is a nightmare because of all the layers. Whatever. Okay. Done. that we're going to gather together. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get shiny sides together like this and join them. Oh wait, wrong edge. Wait! Ah! Stop it. Shiny edge, not shiny edge. Shiny edge, not shiny edge. Short ones together, and we're going to overlock this as a giant loop. And if I can remember what I'm doing, we can absolutely try and gather it on this machine. But I do remember you have to change a bunch of stuff, which I can't remember what to do, so we'll see. I've also got this set up as a 4 thread today. Oh, love it when it works. Everything is always more amazing when it comes back from the shop, isn't it? Oh, love it. Right, so now we're going to grab the other edge. Make sure that there's no twists, because if you do that, that'll be more dramatic. And then we're going to overlock that edge. Now the reason I'm using so much fabric is because when it gathers, it will be floofy. And I want floofy, but I just don't want like ballerina tutu floofy. So now that it's a big loop, we're going to pick whatever's going to be the bottom edge and we're going to overlock all the way around. Now I want to make myself a summer dress. You should make yourself a summer dress. After this month is over, which is in like a few days, I'm going to get back into my sewing room and I'm going to make a schedule of life that we are all, you are going to help me to stick to it. I want to make 1 piece of clothing a month. So we're on the green machine with my overlocker. And I want to do 1 seemingly ugly video a fortnight, so 2 a month. So that we can get through there's not a lot left there, but we need to get through the last of that fabric. I will run out of seemingly ugly fabric by the end of the year if I do 2 a month, but that's all right. It's kind of the point. It's the hoarding thing. Also, all of next month, you're going to get a lot of live videos because I will be production sewing for the market I'm going to do, and I want 6 of each style of bag that I'm going to take, so there'll be a lot of repeats. But what I might do is I might try and sew 2 at a time in speed sewing because that'll be fun and something different. Oh, this is beautiful. Overlockers work so well when they go for a service or whatever was wrong with mine. I didn't ask, I just paid him and left. So the main reason we overlock, from just people that have never made clothes before, it is really fun and not as hard as people think. But the reason we overlock is because I don't hand wash anything. Not even the handbags I make. They go in the washing machine on a normal cycle and they're fine. So this makes it machine washable without fraying and dyeing. You could also, on this edge, if you don't have an overlocker, do a double rolled hem. But that's more effort than I'm into for this because this bit doesn't even get seen. It's just to stop you seeing my underwear. And you might be wondering, why am I pulling on it? Well, it's satin and I don't want it to go feral. So I'm not pulling, but I'm just keeping it taut so it doesn't go feral on me because that's not what I need today. And then with overlocking, when you get back to the start, you just run off the edge and have a tail. And then we trim our tails because we always trim our tails. And then that is a lot of satin. It's going to be amazing. Now, I think it's this one, gathers, and then I'm supposed to do something else somewhere that I don't remember. Does anybody remember what we have to do to make it gather? I think that I just have to change that, but it could be wrong. And maybe I'll use this piece as a tester to see if it's going to work. Beautiful. That is not going to be enough gathering, so we're not doing that. Either I've got that wrong, or I don't remember what else I have to fiddle with. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Not that I really want to, but we will. So that's pretty much the end of the overlocking. It was mainly to stop this being feral. Totally fine. I'm going to unplug it and move it to the side. They should make coloured cords, just FYI. I'm contemplating getting spray paint and spraying mine different colours to make it easier to see. I might not do it, but I also might. So now we're going to take this bad boy. Get rid of that. So today I am using a Resant thread in black. Yeah, I don't have the book for my machine. I have no idea what's going on with it. It was secondhand, like everything else in my life. Well, that's a lie, not everything. My new heat press is amazing. I put it in my room, but I don't like where it's living, so I'm going to have to move it. But I'm very excited to heat press like bag pieces with it because it's bigger than my other one, and I think it's going to be amazing. Cords everywhere. Stop it. Yeah, see? Coloured thread. See, you get it. I personally find that these don't wind as well as I would like them to. Just FYI. What is it evenly? And again, full speed ahead. And she's gone. That'll do. I mean, we won't probably need the whole bobbin anyway. I just want to make sure, I'm going to rewind this up just to make sure that it doesn't get tangled. Has been known to happen, especially for me. I've also bent my needle thread out, so I'm going to have to do it by myself. Not the end of the world, but definitely slightly annoying. Okay, done? So, to gather this, we're going to go to a normal straight stitch. I'm going to go to the longest stitch length on this machine, which is 4. And I am not going to change my tension. And this is what some people don't know. So I'm telling you, don't change your tension. You don't need to. Now, I'm going to go to the non-overlocked edge because we're going to overlock it later. And I'm going to start at a seam. We're going to stitch forward and back. And then we're going to just sew to the other seam. So we're going to do this in 2 halves because otherwise gathering's a nightmare. And I am sewing about 1/4 inch from the edge. Whatever you do, don't run off the edge. Doesn't matter if you go in more, but don't go out and run off the edge. Compared to my industrial, this feels really slow. we are going to do 1 stitch down, like that, literally 1, and then we're going to turn around and go back the other way. Do not cross the paths. We're going to go next to it, not cross it. This side's always more tricky. You've got to pay more attention. We've got white stripes in the head today. Good morning, everybody. Alright, when we get back to that seam, we're going to backstitch. That locks all of our stitches in. Oh, no, stop it. Ugh. Just become a bit loose. Always a fun one. Or maybe I just didn't tighten it from when I exchanged it the other day. Whatever's going. Alright, trim our tail. And then we're going to go find that 1 stitch that we did. And we're going to pluck it. Now, today I'm using tweezers. By the way, these tweezers are amazing. They are Ryobi from Bunnings. They are epic. Just if anybody needs to know. Now, the easiest way to do this is to actually grab the bobbin stitch. And the thing I'm trying not to do is pull the fabric, only the stitch. Because it's satin, it is a bit nightmarish. It doesn't really want to play ball. So now I've got it, we're just going to gather it up a bit. Now when I say a bit, we still need to have, because we're having an elastic waist, basically this will be twice as gathered as the band, which will also be gathered, because I want it floofy. Thank you for my happy birthday. So, because it's got 2 lines, it glides along them quite well. I also find if you usually do this with just 1 stitch, it tends to snap a lot easier, which is not fun at all. You also want to push them all the way down to the other end. You can see these are, satin is quite nice to gather because it wants to do it anyway. Right, look at that, beautiful. Push the gathers down. Gather, gather, gather. Here's my tail, pull. Look at that, beautiful. Now, what we need to do is take this piece that I didn't destroy, which would be this one here, and we want to measure my waist. Actually, we probably want to measure it around my hips because I have big hips and we want to get it around. And then we need a little bit extra for like to slip on and off because it's going to be elastic. So that's good to there. So that's how big our waist is going to be. So what we're trying to do is gather this fabric to be this long, which is still longer than my waist. Like if you have a look at my actual waist, look, it will gather that much. Still quite a lot of gather in this, but I want to be able to slip it on and off easily and have a big butt. No shame, I like my big butt, it's fine. But this will be the waistband. So if we fold it in half, this is what I'm trying to gather this first half down to, right? So there's an edge, and I've still got about this much to go. So how I do this, and you can't really see, I'll do it in reverse if I can. So I fold it in half, and then we roll, we get the seam here, right? And see how it's still just a bit more? So we just move the gathers along some more, and now that fits. Ta-da! So we're going to take this and we're going to tie it in a knot. And then that way it can't undo further than the knot. So the closer you get it, the better. And then you can cut off the tail. One down, other side to go. And then we're pretty much just going to do the same for this. And then join it all together, and then join it to the waistband, and done. You could make a fortune making these for adults, just FYI. Birthday skirts for people in the colours that they want. I reckon you could seriously make a fortune. So, stitch and back stitch. Now the reason you want to get close to the edge is basically so you don't see these stitches, but on top of this I'm going to have my tulle, so you won't see them anyway. But it's still good to be close to the edge. Right, and then one stitch down. You can hand crank it if you are in fact worried. Happens to all of us. Not gonna lie, at this speed my lines are not very straight, but it doesn't matter, so don't stress. Readjust. Oh, I was so close to the edge. And then we're going to back stitch, lock them in. Eddie. I really got to stop saying that, and yet I probably won't. Move that out the way. Don't drop your scissors. These are my horror scissors, for anybody wondering. I love my horror scissors. I love that you're all telling me happy birthday. I'm getting them for a week. It's not my birthday yet. We've still got a while. Alright, so again, you want to grab that one stitch, which black on black is really hard to see. Haha! Score! Good. I like to wrap it around my finger so I don't lose it. It is very easy to lose, especially at the beginning. And then we're going to gather. And then I'm going to hem the other edge before I attach the tulle, because, you know, I want to be able to see what the hell I'm doing, basically. Gather, gather, gather. So without doing a circle skirt, this is still going to be quite full, and I don't have to wear like bloomers or whatever underneath. That's what this is for. But to do it on tulle, you basically do the same thing I'm doing here. This would also make a very cute witch's skirt if you dress up for Halloween as a witch. You're not very chatty today. I feel like I really am talking to myself. Ask me questions. This does not require a lot of concentration at all, in fact. And so then, to make it even, you basically grab the seam and then pull it till it's even. We've got 2 to go. Oh, still more. Still more. Put your fingers at the 2 seams, pull tight. That's about it there. Now, I'm not worried about it fraying because I will be overlocking it, but if you're worried, you can overlock it before we do all this. Just overlock all your edges and problem solved. That knot needs to be closer. Okay, put a knot so it can't unravel. Chop off this giant tail. Does it look like a waist? Maybe, but still worth it. Alright, we're gonna go back to 2.5 stitch length, and then I'm gonna hem the bottom under because I don't want to see it. It'll be prettier without it. So I'm just folding it under just a little bit. And we're going to go the whole way around, tucking it under. So again, if you want to roll hem, no judgments here. Why am I pulling on it? Because satin has a tendency to want to bunch itself, and I'm not dealing with that today. So we do a bit, readjust, pull firm, soften. And then on this side, we shouldn't get very much pulling. Joined late and read the descriptions. I thought birthday was today. That's alright. No, so my birthday is technically Saturday. And my party is Friday night. And I spent the morning setting up my table, which I will show you at the end because it's looking amazing. It's not even finished yet. It's got silver and gold jewelry. I'm probably going to need a second table because this one's already full and I don't have the hats on there. So I bought a bunch of blank hats from Kmart so that the people, if they want to, can make their own trucker hat with the iron-on patches I have. There will be photos of my birthday. I have warned everybody, so you guys can all see that. I also need to convert my other Viva heat press into a hat press because it comes with the bits. And then I'm going to need a second table to set all this stuff up on because the first one is full. I also might need a snack table because even though I did decide that we're not bringing food, a lot of people are like, nah, we'll just bring snacks. So now I'm going to need a snack table. Like everything I plan, it starts off super casual and turns out a lot more extreme than when I started. Like when I went to get married, I was just going to have 2 people come to the courthouse with us. And that turned into an escort with a custom dress and an after party and a cake. My life escalates. It's fine. That's why I don't plan things. Could you imagine if I started planning elaborate, how big it would get? The answer is a lot. Not that I'm upset. I have wonderful friends that like to, join in on the extremeness. And you might wonder why I'm still pulling on it. I can tell you that even though I overlocked this, this is still slightly gathered a little bit, which is so rude. That's why I don't like satin. It's a jerk. Wow, I mean, it's probably because it's cheap satin. Whatever. So all up, this skirt cost about $30 in materials, if anybody's wondering. Because of course, when I bought it, I don't think any of it was on sale, but I needed it, so we did it anyway. This would go quicker on the green machine because I'd have more of a base to kind of line up at. But the reason I'm hemming it now is because once I put the tulle on top, it'll be a nightmare. Nobody wants to play that game, trust me. If it bothers you, you could also hem it before you gather it. Doesn't bother me all that much, so that's why I'm doing it in this order, but you could do it where you gather it first and then deal. We're like halfway there. Again, this would be so much easier if it behaved itself. Should also try and stop with your needle down. And as you can see, I got bored of doing it the other way. We're also nearly back to the start, so yay! Then we're going to backstitch, because we always backstitch. And then, chop. Right, it is now hemmed. Is it the prettiest hem in the world? No. If I ironed it, it probably would have been better. If I had a better needle, it would probably be better, but it'll be fine. So, this is what it looks like. And again, it still looks huge. You just got to trust the process, right? Trust the process. That bit's done. Can't attach it to the other thing till we do our tulle part. So I got 3 meters of tulle, which is absolutely outrageous, and I just don't care. So my thoughts were, if I fold it over, nah, it's too short. That's too long, I mean. So, now I get to cut it. What kind of elastic are you going to use? This. So I had this. It's kind of ribbed, but not like badly ribbed. So I assume it's a bit ribbed. It might be a non-roll. I don't know, but it's 3/4 of an inch or 20 mil, 2 centimeters. And this literally is the piece that I just had, and it will perfectly fit me. So, yay! Worked out well. So what I was going to do, my original plan was to fold this over so that it was uneven and then just hem it and gather it. But I might actually just do it in half completely, and then I can cut it down once it's actually a skirt. Because the 2 layers would look cuter, I should think. So if I just gather this bit, that's kind of the look under the black. So now the main thing is I'm probably going to cut 1 layer shorter so it has a 2-layer effect. I think that'd be prettier. But if I do it now, it's going to be way too long. So where this is at the moment is all the way down to my knee. No, it's past my knee. So it's already too wrong. There. And then there. And then I kind of have to cut off all of that, which could be a 3rd layer, really. Oh boy. Let me just move these. Deal with all that in a minute. Hello, where's Sandra? She's here. She's just hiding under a different name. She's gone all alias on us. Alright. Ugh, so much tulle. It's all too long. You know what I need? I need a cutting table. How am I going to do this? So, waist to my knee is there. That's that much. Then, it could almost go in thirds. 3 layers. That's 9 meters of tulle around my waist. That is a lot. I'm not going to lie. However, definitely get the gappedness. So now I just need to figure out the best way to be able to cut it into thirds evenly and relatively straight. Hiding in the shadows. I love that for you. Just behind us, I do have a cutting board. On the off chance that I needed one, I left one inside. Fair enough. So, do I want to cut it in thirds? And when I say cut it in thirds, what I actually just mean is I need to cut that bit there. I could pin it. I don't want to. I don't have pins inside. I hate pins. Hate pinning things when I don't have to. But take this, measure that out. So this will still be longer than that, which is kind of the point. That's just to stop me seeing my underwear and give it some more volume. So, oh man, this is gonna suck. I have to cut everything at like 20 inches. Have 3 lots of 20 inches, which is half a meter for those that need to know that. And of course it doesn't fit a long way because that'd be too easy. So I have to cut it the short way. This is gonna take forever. You don't want to go on another retreat? Why not? Did you not have fun at your retreat? I thought retreats were like epic. They're not as big in Australia, I have discovered. I would love to host retreats all the time, teach you stuff, learn things, but they're just not as popular here. Alright, 20. Let's do this. It's happening. I'm cutting it. That went all the way to the end, wouldn't it? I love the people, but was it too much? Was there not enough sewing? Was there too many different levels of sewing? I'm trying to play 20 questions to find out. Sorry about that. You don't have to tell me. Tori, is that tulle or crinoline? It's soft. I don't remember what it was called. I might have even been called netting because welcome to Australia. Probably netting would be the word I would use because it is. It'll still be worth it. This is going to be beautiful. I'm going to look like a princess. And why not? I hate they don't happen close to me. That's fair. Unfortunately, you kind of have to go where the people are. There's going to be one in Townsville. I think Moo Designs is going to come to Townsville and do one at Country Craft Designs. I won't be going to it because, you know, I can't plan anything. Oh, we're nearly to the end of the first bit. Woohoo! Love that for me. That's not. Alright, one piece done. Done. What a mission. I imagine it would be quite expensive to go to a retreat that's not near you, unless they have like they hire a hotel and you all pay to stay there. I would absolutely do that. I'd find like a little out of the way motel that just has a conference room and do it there. They appreciate the business. I'm supporting a small business. Everyone's a winner. Well, that's cool. Quilting retreat in Melbourne. Drop my scissors. It's really bad for them, people. They'll be fine. Yes, they're expensive. This would be much faster in my other room because I would use a ruler and a rotary cutter, but you know, I decided to be inside. Mainly because my room is totally trashed. It is on my list of things to fix, just not today. Today is make this, figure out what top I'm wearing. $255 meals included. See, meals included, iffy. Mainly because if I was to go on a retreat at like a place, I personally think that I would just go to like a supermarket and either buy instant meals that are already mostly done, like a roast chicken and then some coleslaw and potato salad, and that would last me 2 days and cost like $20. But I suppose it's also the dining experience of hanging out with everyone. Okay. All my bits are done. Ugh. This is going to be the most ridiculous skirt. I'm going to love it to death. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to, again, turn it into a big loop. So that each layer flows individually. So I assume I need a smaller stitch to stitch netting, and I have to try really hard not to stretch it, which was the opposite of what I was doing with the satin. I was trying to make sure it wouldn't stretch, but in like a different way. It wouldn't gather. This one needs to not stretch. So, basically just don't touch it. I've also done a very small stitch. It's probably too small. Join at the bottom. Go. Now you could overlock this, but it'll make it more pronounced. Oh, that was not what I was trying to do. That was supposed to be back stitching, and instead I just ripped it out. Good job, me. Oh, my brain. My poor brain. I mean, if you're not going to all the retreats, like if it was just like a special once-off thing, that's, you know, it's an experience, I guess. You're not just paying for like the materials, you're also paying for the experience. The one that I was trying to organise in Melbourne was quite expensive, but that included accommodation. And to be fair, I was not the one totally organising it because I have someone that's really good with that stuff. So she did it. It just happened to flood so we couldn't go. Very sucky. Alright, so now we need to gather this. I don't know how this is going to go, people. I assume it's going to work the same, but, you know, I could be wrong. I've never actually worked with netting in my life, and I did not read anything about working with it. We are winging it, like I do everything in life. Wing it, should be right. It was going to be good. I was going to do a Melbourne retreat in the country. They had a house with like a whole bunch of rooms and stuff. It was going to be amazing. I'd love to do a retreat up here. That'd be fun. Like 2 days of sewing, or even just one whole day of sewing. So you can either, like if you live near, you can just go home or whatever. Have like a full day, set up a whole bunch of tables. Have like 10 people, because I would like to be able to get around to everyone. Organise food for the day. Like we start the retreat at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and bam, all day until we're finished. They have retreats in my area, but they are too people-y for me. Fair enough. I don't know, is there any interest in me organising, like, it wouldn't be a retreat. I would do like a workshop, because that's more fun, and you would be in charge of organising your own accommodations, because different people like to stay in different situations, right? So if you wanted to come with a friend, you could get like a hotel room, or you could get like a cheap one, or you could get an apartment if there's a bunch of you. And I don't like to tell people how they should live. Except maybe Sandra. I would do a retreat. I would do a workshopy thing if there's enough interest. I would design a whole new pattern for it. It would be amazing. It would not be released until after the retreat. We would do a whole thing. It would come with a custom jewellery piece. We could do that at the end, because I can! Ah, okay, so I should have put the other layers together and then gathered it all at once. I mean, I can. Let's do that. Boom! It's not like I haven't made more layers. I can totally do it that way. Raise of hands of who would come, realistically, be realistic about this, who would come if I did a workshopy retreat thing in Townsville, where I live. Keeping in mind that flights are not necessarily cheap. I understand that America's probably not coming, because that's a really long way to come. And I fully get that. That'd be like thousands of dollars to come hang out. It's too far. I get that. But let's be realistic. How many people would come to a workshop at my house? I would have it all pre-cut. So you would not have to bring anything but your sewing machine. I could drag out the green machine for those that want to like take photos with it or play with it or whatever. I could drag out the other one, actually, the screen machine, which is still not as pretty as I want. I need to get on to Luke's friend, who's apparently a graphic designer, and see if she'll scribble all over my machine, because I need it to happen. You're in South Brisbane. So flights from Brisbane to Townsville are about $250. I mean, you could probably get them cheaper if we planned it far enough ahead into the future of life. I would like to come, but it's a little too far. See, I understand that. I mean, you could make it a whole holiday and stay for longer. I wouldn't stop you. We could also We could make it a whole weekend. I could do it 2 days. I could do it all Saturday and Sunday. We'll just pick a day when my husband's not outfield. We could absolutely make it a 2-day thing. Or, yeah, no, we could do that. I could drop people off so you don't have to hire a car. Like I'd come pick you up with my car or whatever. Me, I have a passport. I'll just invite myself. You can stay at my... Okay, Sandra, I'll make a deal. If you come, you can stay in our spare room. It won't cost you anything but your flights. If you want to come from America to Australia, I fully support this plan. You can stay in my spare room. I will set it all up for you. We'll have food here. I'll get my husband to do like a slow cooker barbie, Aussie style, all the things. If you come, you can stay at my house. You stay as long as you want. Stay for like 2 weeks if you want. If your kids are coming, they'll have to sleep in like swags and a spare bed because I only have so much space in my house. But I have a pool and it's always hot here. You can joke about it all you want. It is an open invitation. If you want to come, totally a thing. And if anybody does decide to turn it into a holiday, we can obviously fit 5 people in a car at any given time. So I will happily, for the week preceding it, play tour guide. What's the closest international airport? So either Brisbane or maybe Cairns. Cairns is about a 4-hour drive from me. But Brisbane definitely has an international airport, and I think Cairns has one too. So either or. I'm really not kidding. You can absolutely come to a retreat. But I need enough people to say yes to make it doing it. Because there's no point doing a retreat with just 2 people. You don't meet new people. It's kind of the point. Apart from hanging out with me all day, it's also fun to like meet new people. And we'll get it catered because, you know, that's just easier. My last one I did, everybody bought like a potluck thing. But if you're all going to fly in, we'll have it catered. So we'll keep the cost down, and I'll make a full box. You'll get like a box with all the stuff to make whatever bag I design. I'll even have things like Nigel, my cricket machine, I will sell my children. It won't be that expensive. It won't be, my actual retreat, the part you pay me, will not be all that expensive. The expense will be your accommodation and your flights if you don't live here. Right? That's where the expense will be. And if Sandra's coming, I only have 1 spare bedroom. Well, technically I have a second bed. So if there was a second person from America coming, you could have the other bed. Or you guys could like bunk together. I'm cool with all these options. But I don't have like a hotel of things. Joking, but possible with a teenager. Cairns is $1,800 round trip. That's actually very cheap. Sandra, if you're coming, I will do a trip to Cairns and pick you up. Try and get there in the middle of the day, if that's a possibility. So then we'll just drive back after. It's about 4 hours. When I looked up flights to go overseas, it was about $5,000 per person. So 1,800 is way reasonable. And Sandra, you can use one of my machines, so you don't have to bring your machine overseas. Options, people, options. But seriously though, if I get enough people very seriously interested in doing a retreat that is catered, I will do one. I'm not kidding, we'll do one. Now, okay Sandra, since I've never worked with this before, do I want to put the seams all together or scatter them so that there's not like a line? I feel like I want to scatter them. That's another thing. If Sandra does come, I imagine I'll get a lot more interest because you get to meet 2 people at the same time. Is Amanda still here? Is she coming? I mean, if we plan it far enough ahead, flights are always cheaper the further out you plan, right? As a general rule. I'm gonna need clips. I need to go make a work phone call, but enjoying this conversation. Amanda, would you come? Very serious question. Would you come? It's not like it's gonna be in a month or two. It'd be like a long way down the track, like 6 months. October? Nah, not October. You'd miss your Halloween. November? Is that too close to Christmas? You can stagger a few inches. Yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. Tulle is very forgiving. Oh, good for it. It should be. I think I'm going to need clips to hold all this together, aren't I? I just put them. The ones you just sent me, I just put them in the shed this morning, and now I need them. All right. If you all want to just stay here, I'm going to run literally to the shed, get my clips, so that we can gather this somewhat evenly. I didn't think I'd need clips, but we're going to need it. I mean, next year works too. That gives everyone plenty of time. We also need to work out logistics. I'll be back in a sec. You guys think on it. Okay, I'm back. Literally ran. It's fine. But honestly, I am very seriously considering, if enough of you want to come, I will do one. The reason I'm pinning this as well is because 3 layers is much harder to put together. That's true, early next year. Okay, so realistically, if we seriously want to do this, early next year, so January, February, somewhere around there, it'll be a 2-day thing so that you guys make it worth it to come. Depending on how many I'm going to have, how many should it be? We'll have it at my house because that's fun. And I imagine you will want it, and I'll have to clean my sewing room before you all come because I'm sure you want to look at it and not see the disaster it currently is. It is a disaster. Okay, so we've got interest. It's a maybe on Sandra, but it seems to be a yes on a few others. Amanda would come if I do it next year. I can do that. We can plan it out, and all your bags will come with embroidery because, you know, I always do that. It's fun. Design a bag. I really have to go and do work. I mean, okay, you go do work. I'm gonna clip this, which is taking way longer than I anticipated, by the way. I thought this was gonna be like a 20-minute skirt. It is not. And yes, so Amanda is my event coordinator for these things, so she'll be in charge of food and stuff. We will have a sign-up form, which will give me info on your eating and your color preferences for a bag. Because knowing, if I've got from now till January to organize this, I can promise you 110% that everyone will get a custom bag designed to them. So like with the color preferences and embroidery that suits you. So there will be individual bags. You won't all just have the same one. I mean, you will have the same bag, but in different colors. That's way more fun. I'm so glad I'm clipping this because I don't like tulle. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not making another one of these in a hurry. Ask my hubby to help me work out of date. He's amazing and supports my crazy ideas. The Melbourne retreat was going to be amazing. It was up in the hills. The house was amazing. I had plans, people. There'll be lots of swag. So everyone's probably gonna, I can't decide if we're gonna do a bag. I've already started. This is happening now. I just need to get enough people to come, but it's happening, especially if Sandra can come. And anybody that sticks around, we can all go do activities. What are they called? Oh my God, I can't think. Go do touristy stuff on Monday after the retreat. Oh my God, this is a lot. This is such a lot. Still needs to be done though. Like, I'm running out of time. My birthday is, my party is in 3 days. Like, so this has to happen today. I might run out of battery power soon. I might have to check on that. Yes, sightseeing. We will absolutely do sightseeing on Monday for anyone that sticks around long enough. I will get my husband's ute because it's got more room than my tiny little car. We can go for a walk down the beach. We can go up to the lookouts. All the things. But I need enough people to say yes before we go designing this. It'll either be 8 or 12 people. 8 people would fit in 2 cars. 12 people, you'd get to meet more stuff. Also, because it's a 2-day retreat, we are absolutely going to have to make the bags somewhat complicated to last 2 days. Oh my God, this is taking forever. Every time I say the word forever, it makes me think of the Dark Crystal, and my brain goes, we will live forever. We will live forever. Good movie, that. Quite the fan. My nan had it on video when I was a kid. That and Tom Thumb we used to watch all the time. So it would be on the weekend. It would. So it would be a Saturday and a Sunday. It would be 2 days because, especially if people are going to come all that way, if you guys are going to come all the way up here, it would be 2 days. There is near my house, or like just around the corner, there's a Big 4 like caravan park that has, I assume they have cabins and stuff, so you could stay at the Big 4 and I would literally come to the Big 4 and pick you guys up. If you wanted to stay all the way in the city, you might have to get a taxi for that one because I can't just leave everybody. The city is about 15 minutes from my house. I mean, you could, if you like staying in like high rises, you'll need to stay in the city. But closer to me, there's just, I assume it would be cheaper accommodation. Or if a bunch of you want to get together, you guys could get an Airbnb. Totally up to you. We have to figure out who's coming first. Well, I've clipped it all now. It's happened. Oh my God, and it's still going to be, I can feel this is not going to be fun for me at all. So should I do a sewing stitch and then gather it? See, I think I've missed one. Ugh, this is not fun. This is what happens when I have crazy ideas. We end up doing crazy stuff. We need to, once we work out food, the rest of the retreat won't really be much more than a sewing themed box, to be honest. You'll pay for a sewing box and some food. Bob's your uncle. How cool would it be if Sandra came? It'd be so good. And I don't want to have too many people. We'll have it in the downstairs area that I'm currently in, and I'll empty it of all furniture. So we have space. It would be a weekend. So it'd be Saturday, Sunday. It'd be a somewhat complicated bag because we need it to last 2 days. Embroidered, like the pieces would come embroidered with a theme that you're into. So the questionnaire form to sign up will be quite extensive. It'll be about food likes, it'll be favorite colors, things you'd enjoy on a bag, hardware preferences, all that jazz. Lots of pockets. The other option is that I don't cut it out for you, but that's just not as cool. And the other option is if you wanted to, the retreat could come with templates for the bag. That would obviously make it more, but you wouldn't have to pay postage, and I could get them from Primax, and you can have templates to go home with as well. Or a bag with a matching wallet. See, now you're thinking. We do the bag one day and we do the wallet the other. I like that. Stop it. A bag and a wallet. Then you get 2 things. That's cool. Alright, so I've got to design 2 patterns. The only people that will get the patterns before you would be the testers. Because they need to test it, obviously. That's why we have testers. And that's more about my grammar and spelling than anything. I've never had a tester come to me and tell me my pattern pieces are wrong. I take that as a big win. Have you ever been to Australia before, Sandra? Do we want a big bag or a small bag? This is gonna take forever. But after this, we just join the layers and add the band. Carry-on size bag. Ooh, that could be really fun. We could do like a travel set. If we're doing that, I will have to cut it all out. But how good would that be? A full travel set. My birthday is on Saturday the 31st of May. My old last name before I got married was May, and I was born on the last day of May. Very fun. And I was a state in Australia. There's a state called Victoria, so I was a state in a month. It was a running joke with a lot of people, actually. Ooh! You should totally come. It'd be amazing. I do also understand that overseas travel is quite the pricey experience. But, like I said, if we plan enough ahead, you might get a deal on flights and stuff. No, so my child is the 27th, so it's his birthday today. And then my birthday party is going to be on a Friday. Then my actual birthday is Saturday, and then my child's party is on Sunday. And so then next month, I need to come up with a life plan where I get, you know, my sewing stuff in order. We need to go back to Seemingly Ugly because that was really fun. I need to get back to some order in my sewing room because it's currently not. Oh. Where's the start? Oh, nearly to the start. Yay! Oh yeah. Alright, let's do this. There's no I, but that's alright. My dad gets it wrong too. Don't feel bad. There's lots of ways to spell Jessie. Please tell. Oh. If I thought it was hard to get the thing before, holy crap, is it? Oh, got it! Oh yeah. This is one long one. This is probably going to take longer, but whatever. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, he got a new game for his Nintendo. That was the thing he was most excited about. I also made him a shirt that says "The Knights Who Say Me," because we recently watched The Holy Grail by Monty Python, and he is obsessed, like proper obsessed. I ended up buying it on Amazon Prime because he watches it at least once a week. He loves it. I also want to do some other shirts from that and Ace Ventura. Even though watching it now as an adult, I'm like, oh, how was I allowed to watch this? It's very inappropriate. The adult jokes go over his head, so it's fine. Much like they did mine when I was a kid. Ugh, What's going on here? There we go. I am going to be aware here a while. It is well, it's only 1.5 meters down to like 1 meter. It's not that bad. I'm putting on weight in my old age. I'm not really overly worried about it. It's not like I'm eating healthier or exercising more. It's not bothering me that much. Ooh, go back to the start. Okay, so this is what I need to gather it to. Won't be that bad. Doing it this way is a really quick way of gathering. When I used to do it with a single line, it was a nightmare. This is really not so bad. Look at that. You see how much I just did there? That was heaps. Scooch it around and around and around. Whoop. Ah, that's it, right there. That actually wasn't so bad. I feel that was quicker than the satin. Now we just need to evenly disperse all these ruffliness. Okay, shove this in there, clip it again, join all the layers. We're going to need the overlocker again in a minute. And then the overlocker is going to do all of this and the waistband at the same time. I got taught this from a guy who went to like fashion school, so we know it's a good tip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my elastic and create the loop. Get this done now, and then I can put the sewing machine away. That'll be the last of the sewing. I'm always really worried this will come undone, so I do a lot of stitching here. Mainly because who wants to thread elastic when you don't have to? Because not me. Okay, so that's that done. Move that to the side. Bring this back. Bring it back. Bring it back to me. Oh yeah. Right, so there's that. Then we're going to take what I have considered a waistband. Right sides together. Also, the bulb has died, I think. Whatever. Who needs to see? Outrageous idea. Right, waistband created. He taught me this. So what you do is you put this inside here, and then we fold that over, and then we just overlock the band to the gathers. It's a very cool magic trick that he taught me, and I love it. Alright, so I'm encasing this, and you just have to make sure that you don't stitch your elastic. But I've left a pretty good, decent gap, so I shouldn't. So it should be fine. And then I have a pretty skirt for my birthday. And if I want to cut the layers, I totally can. But I also might like it all just floofy at the same length. Who knows? We're gonna wing that too. I'm gonna do this because I think it's gonna make it easier because of so many layers. And you only want to overlock once. The more overlocking you do in the same area, the floofier and more thick it gets, and it does not make it as nice as you might think. I might stop there. That'll be enough. It's a good start. Then we just need to add these layers together. And look at it. It's gonna be amazing. Bag and a wallet. Well, okay then. The clips might slow me down, but it should be fine. Chaos! I really like tipping clips out. I don't really know why, except that it's chaotic and I like chaos. Okay, that's that bit done. A little bit too much chaos. I don't actually know what we're doing for our birthday day. I'm really just excited about my party with all the prettiness off to the side over there. It's looking very shiny. Okay, so with that, we want outside up. Then we're going to just layer that on. Take out my clip. Under we go. I make between 20 to 30 full tutu skirts for costumes. That's cool. See? I'm sure you're quite more efficient at this than I am. I am not efficient, but to be fair, I've never made one. I've never sewn with tulle before, I don't think. Especially not soft tulle. Maybe the hard tulle for a costume or two. Never the soft stuff. Look at me adding all the layers together. Yes. I love it when he taught me this. Best idea ever. I'm wondering if there's another trick that you haven't told me, Sandra. Not that I'm doing too badly, but like, we love tips and tricks. I imagine it's like bags. The more you make, the better you get. According to something, I can't remember what it's called, 10,000 hours at anything will make you an expert. It's a lot of hours. Gather it up. We're getting there. Slowly. Very slowly. Should have used more clips. Is a thought that I'm having right this second. Ugh. This is a lot, guys. What a tedious thing. This better be pretty by the end of it. Do you have any tips on making it pretty at the end, in case it's not? Because I'll be sad if it's not. I'm trying really hard not to put my finger anywhere near the choppy bit. Way harder than it sounds. Whoops. Alright, home stretch, whatever I've done. What have I done? Whoop. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's still there. We're fine. This is wicked hard. You can get a sequence. Ooh, I think I do have black holographic sequins actually. And I've got those like plastic sparkly gems as well. I have a whole box of them. And I've got my E6000 glue. See, now you've done it. Now I'm gonna just go nuts and sparkle. The point was to make something I'll wear again. I mean, we'll see, shall we? Home stretch. And here's hoping I did it right. I do not have high hopes. That was a lot. But we shall see. Oh, I'm going to put it on over my pants because that'd be weird otherwise. Oh no! Okay, I gotta fix a bit, but still. I missed here. Look, missed a giant area right there. So, except for that, it went alright. Considering I've never dealt with this nightmare before. And then I can tuck that under if I want to and hide the waistband entirely. Yeah, it'll do. On that note, I am probably also going to go. I'm going to sit here and unpick, but I need to go back out to the shed and get an unpicker. Because of course I don't have one here. All in all though, not too bad. And then I may or may not cover it in sparkles and chop the layers and do crazy things. We just never know with me. But for today, that's going to be enough, I think. It's not Tori if you conclude that. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, so I missed there. So I'm just going to unpick from there to there. But again, I'll have to go out to the shed for that. And then I'm probably going to stretch it out and put a single line of long stitching to hold the elastic where it's meant to be. But still, not too bad. Not too bad at all. It'll look fabulous. I promise to put up an outfit picture when I get dressed and stuff. I also need to take out that stitching, because apparently I put it at the other end. Whoopsies! There we go, that's better. I mean, it's still cute. It'll work. For one night, I'm going to be a princess. Apparently I'm going to be a dark princess, but that's wonderful. Thank you all for popping in. If we're serious about a workshop, I need to get onto that. So I might do a poll to see how many people actually will come, because I don't want to put all this effort in and nobody wants to actually come. I'll put up like a price range of my guesstimation of how much it'll cost, because I won't really know. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna go fix this, because I can't believe I missed that bit. It's not even much, but it's enough to annoy me. And then I am going to go and clean my house, which is less fun. It would be a little far from Canada. You say that, Tracy, but Sandra is very seriously considering coming. So, you know, it is a bit far, but if you want to come, you are welcome. If I get 2 people from overseas, I do have 2 spare beds, so Sandra would have one and somebody else could have the other. And then you wouldn't have to pay for accommodation and food. You just have to pay for flights, which is a lot. But anyway, we will leave to think on that. I'm going to go. I'm also hungry. It's food time. But I'll see you all for the next video. We should be back to bags after this, which will be glorious. Bye. Oh, of course I can't reach the button.